Data is the new oil of 21st century, and who owns data owns power, and you know that. When we talk about hardware and what Cefla is doing and striving on their technologies, we're talking about quantity, capacity, and this is exactly what's going on in Italy with the supercomputer. We just had the first birthday of Leonardo, which is the fourth most performant supercomputer, which is based in Bologna, and the second one most powerful in Europe. But you know, who owns quantity and data computing power will own the power for that. But there is also one aspect which is extremely important when talking about data, which is quality. And as you know, quality stands for a lot of things. One of them is the one where we are aiming to prove our little contribution on the world with TrueScreen, because this is the first cybersecurity solution which is able to guarantee what in the world you can see the problem of trust, which is evaporating right now. Gen AI, generative AI, is going to change this paradigm, and this is already happening, by the way, and probably the awareness of it is way more perceived in the US than in Europe, but things are moving faster than we can think about it. So most probably in 1 year time, we won't be able to recognize anymore what is fake from what is real with our own eyes, let alone saying with our ears. So anything which can be related to digital content, we are talking about photos, videos, audio recording, so this is sensitive information, which can be, of course, important for civil application and military application. During the Second World War, I just had this statistic, which is kind of interesting. 5% of the military spending of UK was given to trying to detect, of course, with all the measures along, detect the information of Germans in order to understand before them the consequence of an attack or the premises of an attack or all this information. Information is crucial anywhere, and this is going to be a trend which is going to increase. This year is the year of election for 4 billion people, and you know that, and in democracies, trust is important. So we tackle this problem, which is the unreliability of digital content. Please, if you may go on. With TrueScreen, we are focusing on one main pillar, which is authenticity and immutability. So these are, if you want, the two facets of data quality. When I talk about data quality, I talk about the reliability of this data. And we patented, this is what we are strong at. We patented the only mobile application, which is, of course, running on your devices, so on iOS and Android everywhere in the world, which is able to guarantee the authenticity of metadata, so of any data which is acquired in real time. This is of utmost importance in many fields, and we can go on with that.
Well,
please.
If I can ask you a question, Leonardo, just to be very specific and clear, let's say that I'm going to make a picture to the crowd in front of us, and then I'm going to change that picture through our artificial intelligence, adding people, deleting people. Do you have a way to tell me which will be, let's say, the real picture? The one that has been taken here today with the right people on the crowd, and can be that certified?
Yeah, this is exactly the technological problem that we are tackling. So there are currently two ways to attack this problem, the trust problem, if you want, of a picture, of a video, whatever you want, any document. The first one is addressing against an AI, another AI, so doing what is called fake detection. But fake detection is costly, not that scalable in effect in terms of economics, and most of all, it gives you right now an affordability, I would say, a reliability of 80%, which is nothing when you talk about cybersecurity. If you talk about cybersecurity, you want to talk about 100%. So the second method, this is what we are applying, and by the way, we are not the only company in the world doing that, but we are the only one in Europe doing that, and which is media provenance technology. Media provenance is sealing and generating the file from when it's generated, so from the very source, immediately signing the metadata so that it gets tamper-proof. And at that point, you can't modify it. If you modify it, then you modify the hashing, so the digital fingerprint, if you want. And this is something which comes, by the way, from a military technology. The hashing technology was invented by the military in the US, actually, and that was, this is still a technology which is the pillar for future media provenance technology. So, as to answer your good question, the second way provides 100% reliability. 100% reliability because of a simple reason. As said, as seen from the slide, everything happens within an offline environment. If it is offline, it is segregated. We call it forensic environment because it has a legal value. By the way, there is an ISO, an international standard, which is an open standard, to apply forensic and cybersecurity guidelines in order to acquire, store, and of course certify data. So we apply that into the most, we say, into the shoulders of giants, which are, by the way, Apple and Google, so iOS and Android, in order to make available for everyone, kind of a commodity, a way to prove and acquire digital evidence, which can be used for multiple applications. And please, thank you. Of course, the benefits, as I said, and I'm going to be fast on this, are mainly two, and the most important one for you to know is the security and trust. So in this way, this is a fraud prevention tool by default. So this is why we are working with banks and insurance. But this is also, and on the efficiency side, something which makes extremely, I would say, costless. So it's reduced the cost for any inspection. This is also, by the way, being used by military already to perform inspections, virtual inspections, like videos, photos, and whatsoever, to sensible fields and sensible areas. So we are talking about inspections that can be on the naval field, it could be on the Air Force field. We're talking about things that are worth millions of euros, of course, or dollars. So this is something which makes sense to tamper-proof and to certify in order to say, regardless of who took that picture, the picture is real. Of course, it is georeferentiated, time-stamped, and it's impossible to get modified. Please, you can go on. Just to tell you that anywhere there is a picture, anywhere there is a video, anywhere there is a document, a digital document, we could be embedded in, so we could be integrated. And this is actually the case. This is what's going on. Most probably, the most important sector where this can be applied is logistics. And by the way, you know that. Every one of you probably received an Amazon package or an Amazon good from Amazon in the last 10 years. And so if you want to be sure 100% that package was in front of your house, regardless of the cost of that good, well, you could do this with this technology. You can georeferentiate with the authenticity of that data. You can get to know, of course, by the way, who got the good and the state of the good, state of the art of the good at that moment in time and space. You can go on. This probably I still have one left. No, so you can go back on the last one. Thank you. I just want to finish. Then most probably we can go on with this with the fact that anywhere there is an information which has a legal, or it can have a legal and economic value, we can be implemented. And of course, this is a trend which is growing, and is growing in Europe very much, because we are trying to regulate artificial intelligence, but it's very much difficult. Technology doesn't regulate itself, and so we have to find a compromise in order to balance the power of AI in order to restore trust on digital content.
Thank you very much, Leonardo. So we touch from a different point of view, today a very interesting topic, artificial intelligence. So I would like to go to the end of this session with one question for Leonardo. From this topic regarding artificial intelligence generated content, can you please make us an example that can, let's say, be related to anyone in this room regarding how fake contents can be an issue for our life, our democracies, where we can find, let's say, the risk and what could be a possible solution of that?
Yeah, thanks for the question. It's kind of a big, I'll try to give a short answer to this. So we are human beings, and so every one of us believes into something. Information is the one that we need in order to make up our beliefs. If we can manipulate information, then we can change our beliefs. If we change our beliefs, we will change entirely the course of our actions and the course of our action as a country or as a common ground for values. So in order to govern this, because artificial intelligence is undoubtedly providing a huge power in terms of economic advancement and also in terms of political power, because you could express to way more people and in a better way the better information, but you have also to govern that. So I would say the digital trust, which is a trend, which is digital trust technologies, which is a trend which is, by the way, growing very much, and this is something which is going to be the trend of the next 10 years, is the continuous look for technologies which can guarantee or at least preserve part of the information which is sensible, and part of the information which is sensible, of course, entails militaries, because you can't have bad data quality. If we are talking about the destiny and the defense of our countries, you have to have the best data quality ever. And this is why, I would say in this sense, non-civil applications, so military application of this technology, are of utmost importance right now in 2024.